Transitioning is a big step for many trans women, and thus it is often confusing, overwhelming, and even distressing for some people. There are many questions that might be plaguing you at this moment. These 7 tips will address many of them and try to simplify your transitioning. However, before we delve into this topic, let us remember that each person experiences transitioning differently. Surgeries and hormones will have different effects on different people, so there is no one way to transition. However, these tips may help. Firstly, begin your transition process as soon as you're ready. That is, get on hormones as soon as you're ready. However, don't rush it and try to accomplish everything overnight. Often, some may turn to androgyny as a first step, as there are many gray areas and intersections during this process. You can start by wearing normal tees with a slightly feminine cut before progressing to other, more obvious attires. Moreover, getting on hormones at an early stage is effective in curbing the transition of testosterone. When you start transitioning before coming out, you will not find the need to rush through the process. Next, starting laser and electrolysis as soon as you can is a great idea. This is especially true if you have already developed facial hair. If possible, go through this before you formally come out, since it takes a lot of time and effort and is a gradual process. They are also expensive procedures, so you may need to save up before getting started. The third tip is to conduct adequate research. During this period, Google and YouTube are your best friends. This is especially true if you do not have many acquaintances from the LGBTQ+ community. Today, you can find information regarding any aspect of transition, from surgeries to styling your hair and makeup as a trans woman. Most importantly, you can learn about the rules and regulations for transitioning in your state or region. For each state, there are different legal regulations to change your name, gender, and other data. It is good to have this information handy. The fourth tip is to buy your clothes from thrift stores, or ask your friends for their old clothes. The fact is that it takes a lot of money to transform your wardrobe. It definitely helps to save money where you can. Look for cheap basics with which you can create several amazing outfits. In line with the previous tip, always buy clothes that fit well against your body. For trans women, hips and breasts are often areas of concern. That is why it is crucial to work on buying the right clothes. For instance, an A-line skirt works better than a pencil skirt by adding flare to your hips. You can use padded bras and hip pads and anything else that makes you feel most comfortable in your body. The next tip is that less is more. In a world where subtlety and minimalism are trending, it's best not to overdo things. This includes clothes, makeup, hair, voice, and your overall femininity. If you're extremely made up or wearing a flashy outfit, you may attract unwanted attention and it could be less successful at passing if that's your goal. You can turn to daintier outfits and everyday nude makeup looks to express yourself while still fitting in. This holds true for your voice as well. It is natural to want to sound high-pitched when you begin to start transitioning. However, it is important not to overdo it. Otherwise, it might start to sound forced. Try not to strain your voice excessively and ensure that your high-pitched voice still has the characteristics of your natural voice. Basically, the idea is to not try too hard or too much. Lastly, remember to always be authentic. Do what feels right or comfortable to you. Your transition is your own journey. It is imperative that you sit down with yourself and decide who you want to be as you transition to your true self. There are a lot of things that make you you. You are a trans woman, but you're also so much more. Explore yourself as you start your transitioning journey. We hope these 7 tips have helped you in some way. Transitioning is a beautiful journey that you are undertaking for yourself. So let yourself breathe and take one step at